Welcome back to Can Angels Fly Tarot. I'm Nancy, and I'm back so soon because I left part of the message I received relative to the twin flame disconnection, and it has to do with leaving your mark in this world. What am I saying? I'm saying that many of us have the desire to do something big, do something memorable, leave a legacy. And one of the reasons that we have this desire is because we are disconnected or separated from our divinely appointed twin flame that brings us to the state of singularity as an eternal flame. Why is leaving your mark in the world at any given time in the course of the history or existence of humanity? It is important because as separated or estranged twin flames, sometimes we are fortunate enough to incarnate into the same realm, and even more fortunate to have the opportunity to embrace each other during that time period. But then there are other times that we incarnate into this physical realm and we miss each other. Whether we are born in varying generations, or we incarnate and have a limit, or not a limit, a boundary that exists between us, whether it's generational, racial or cultural or religious boundaries that exist, that keeps us who divinely appointed twin flames from coming together at any given time. So some of us are successful at leaving our mark on the world as a time stamp to our respective twin flame that says, I, your counterpart, have been incarnated and existed at a particular place, point, in time, in space. At the moment that I'm creating this timestamp, my mark upon the world, as a reminder that I was here, I had not met you, I had not encountered you, I, your counterpart, did not have the opportunity to embrace you. It's this subconscious, deep-seated emotional knowing that there is a part of you that is existing elsewhere in infinity. And again, not all the time are twin flames able or capable of coming together for various reasons and emerging together as one, as that eternal flame. And how did I recognize this? Well, as I mentioned, I left this portion out of my original twin flame dream video, and then my twin flame and angels love discussion live stream. It was because in the dream there was a theme song that existed. The dream that I had relative to twin flames was not one that happened often. but it was reoccurring. And every time the dream reoccurred, there were two elements that were present every single time. And one is water, and the other is the theme song. The theme song is the song written for me, not written for me, but for me. The theme song is by Luther Vandross, and the title is If Only for One Night. That theme song connects each of those reoccurring dreams that happen infrequently. It also ties together infinity and the eternal love that is shared between me and my twin flame. And when I had the dream and heard that theme song once again magnified, blurring, it really spoke to me. I've yet to take the time to listen to the song and the lyrics. It's the point that particular song keeps reappearing in my dream every single time, getting louder and louder and louder. This time, the decimal was off the Richter scale, to the point I woke up with pain in my neck and in my eardrums. That's how loud that theme song was in my dream. But it said something to me. It said to me that my twin flame had to have existed, at least this is my theory, around the time that song was created, composed, and published. My twin flame may be or be directly associated with or involved with someone on that panel that created that particular theme song. It was a timestamp to let me know that they were here. As me and my twin flame move through eternity, it appears to me that we continue to leave clues to our presence in the physical world at any given time in the history of humanity. When I had that realization, I thought about some really, really monumental structures. One in particular, one that is very striking to me, and it is the Taj Mahal. And if I remember correctly, the Taj Mahal was built by a king for his queen that he loved. It was a timestamp to show his love for her at a particular time in the time frame of the existence in humanity. If either of them, that king or queen, were to reincarnate back into this physical plane and were to just see the image of the Taj Mahal, it would incite a memory, a very distant memory, about a love so pure and complete that one could never forget. Why are these time steps necessary relative to the separation of twin flames? Remember, we are dealing with infinity as well as eternity. And eternity fits into infinity. So what am I saying? That's a whole lot of time. That's a whole lot of spaces. That's a whole lot of experiences and people and forms, et cetera, et cetera. So how can you find someone in a stack will say of, hey, it is only by leaving a needle within that stack. How about this? To make it more specific, a color-coded needle. One that when a particular twin flame sees, encounters, is plucked by, poked by, they immediately are inspired. They are immediately captivated by the color of that particular pin or needle. And it invokes a memory so distant. It is so distant because it's a part of eternity. And eternity is within infinity. Time, what am I saying? The timestamps are highly important to twin flames who have been separated, because twin flames are also eternal flames, and eternity is in affinity, unmeasurable amounts of time, space, and experience. But these two, the two flames, were made to be together. And for whatever reason, some have an interest in making sure that those twin flames do not come together. But ultimately, the twin flame union does have a purpose. And their purpose ultimately is to bring back the singularity back into divine pureness, to bring existence, consciousness back into divine pureness. And therefore, we have to keep track of each other. We actually need each other. So what am I saying? In all that vast time and space, we leave each other timestamps to say, I was here. Thank you for coming back here to Can Angels Fly so I can finish my thoughts on the twin flame union. Until next time, bye.